It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
Passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Fights through and now a crease. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 45's the mic. MP4.
Watson off play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incomplete.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Terrell Basham. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Check 99. Check 99.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Room past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Mike 14, let's go.
Now Garoppolo.
It's going to be a long day.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Watch 30
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
36 the man.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And some room to work. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 85 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's got some space here. The 40, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. They'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Hey, you gotta snap it. You gotta snap it. 58's Mike. 58's Mike.
Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go.
And they do finally get him at the 12. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Powers passed him at the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On the give, this is Akers.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Akers will score. Touchdown, New York. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right here, guys.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw here complete to Ward. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On first down, Akers. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Rashawn Gary Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Watson. It's hauled in by Shepard. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Already ridiculous. On first down, Garoppolo.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Dexter Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. This is caught by Evans. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Mike Evans, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Garoppolo to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Garoppolo on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Garoppolo now. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson off play action. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Mike Evans
with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Back now in Cincinnati. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. 197 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated.
And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Rolling to his right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On the move to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Let's go. Calm the crowd. Come on, G. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Garoppolo's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So first and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Wow, 213 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tyler Higbee there to make the grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed and in a tight game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 4, a minute 45 to play. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Watson. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
To throw, Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Watson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
A gain of 3, second down.
I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over.
And again, it's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. It's certainly a big one here, late in a tight.
All ball, baby.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it was...